Hi, this is Catherine with Foods That Heal You, and I'm back to answer another CBD oil question. And this one is, how long do the effects of the CBD oil last? And this is a really often asked question and a really good question. It really matters because when you're buying your CBD oil, of course you want to get something that's going to work, but also work the longest so you're not constantly having to redose. Okay, so it's going to vary from person to person. So, it can vary 1 hour to 12 hours, one person taking the same exact product. But what I'm going to do is give you general guidelines just to help you, equip you when you do buy your CBD oil. The different types are going to generally last different lengths of time. So let's start with the vaping. Vaping CBD, which it's an electric cigarette pen that you put the vape liquid in, and please do not put the tincture drops in your vape pen. That'll clog it up. But vape liquid, when you vape, it has a really high efficacy of about 90%, so it's going to get into your bloodstream within 5 minutes and have its effect. However, the lasting effect of the vaping is going to be much shorter than any other type. Anywhere from 2 to 3 hours is a general idea of how long the CBD will last with the vaping. So you're going to have to vape more often if you're using the vaping method. All right, then next we'll talk about the tincture drops. The tincture drops can last about 4 to 5 hours, again, depending on the person. And the tincture drops efficacy, and I'll have this all below this video typed up for you, but the efficacy of the tincture drops is going to be a little bit lower than both the vape actually and the pure oil concentrates. So you're not going to absorb as much of the CBD. The lasting effects are going to be approximately 4 to 5 hours. That's the tincture drops. And then the pure oil concentrates, which I refer often to as paste or gel, they come in the syringe tube. Those are going to have a bit higher efficacy than the tincture drops, maybe up to 75% efficacy, so you get a lot out of it. It absorbs better into the system when you sublingually hold it under your tongue. And then it's going to last anywhere from 5 to 12 hours. I have people that only need to take the pure oil concentrate once a day. If you have high level of pain, you might have to take it 2 or 3 times a day. But I almost never hear anybody having to take it more than 3 times a day. That would be pretty unusual. So what you could maybe expect if you get the pure oil concentrate is starting with once a day, seeing how long it lasts, bumping it up to 2 times a day if you need to do that. That's pretty much how you want to try all of these different types. With the dosing, you start with the dose recommended that I have on my website, and then instead of taking a bigger quantity, unless you're using it for insomnia, in which case you can use a bigger quantity before you go to bed, but you might want to see how the amount that you are using works first, and then try a little bit more to kind of get the amount and the length of time that it's going to last. So really a lot of this is experimentation. What I did when I first started was I started with just a little bit and I waited to see if I noticed effect. 30 minutes later, I did notice effect. It was not anything extreme because I was using the drops initially. So I took another dose to see how that affected me. So that's how I figured out how much I needed per time that I took it. And then I waited to see how long it lasted. And when I felt it wear off, then I went ahead and took more of the dose that I knew worked for me. So start with once a day, wait a half an hour. If you don't feel any effects, go ahead, take a little bit more and wait another half an hour and see if that worked for you. That's how you find your dosage. And then the type that you're going to choose is going to be based on, do you need immediate results, which would be the vaping, and you don't mind doing that more than, you're going to have to do that several times a day, or do you want something that's going to have a longer lasting effect like the pure oil concentrates, and then the tincture drops are going to fall somewhere in the middle. I don't have capsules and edibles available for purchase simply because I work with people who are really sick and their digestive systems are very weak and don't work. And when you take capsules and edibles, you have to have good digestion to even digest and absorb that CBD. And the efficacy is going to be very low when it has to go through the entire digestive system. So out of maybe 100 milligrams, you might get like 30% of the absorption from the milligrams that you're consuming, if that makes sense. So again, I'll have some information below, and I'm always doing videos. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me, and I'll post videos to help answer as many questions as I can. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Have a great day, you guys.